bonjour. Christina Holman's back. It has been a very, very long time since I've done a blog post, so I deeply, deeply apologize. But I do want to get those done. So, to recap a couple of my past trips, a lot has happened since the last one. Well, to first begin, November 6th, the weekend of November 6th, yours truly went to Barcelona, Turin, Italy, and Milan, Italy as well. So I hit two countries in 2 days. So I was definitely booking it. So first things first, oh my goodness, I love Barcelona. I love Spain. Having studied Spanish for 6.5 years, maybe seven, it's been a while, to actually put my language to use was really, really exciting. So, and I was really excited to finally hear and learn and understand Spanish, and it came to me easily. At first, it was really, really rough, but it soon came back. It came back and it came back at a smooth transition, and then the words just began flowing. I really, really enjoyed it. But Barcelona itself, oh my goodness, Barcelona itself was just amazing. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. It was one of the key turning points. And, as some of you know, I've been struggling with trying to determine if I want to be an art history major. Seeing how artistic that city is, how much art was in the city, how gorgeous the architecture, the sculptures, the gardens, the museums are absolutely amazing. Um, but it was a power packed schedule. So Friday evening, I flew into Barcelona, Spain, and immediately got onto the metro and headed to my hostel, which was really nice. It was cool. It was hip. It was kind of in like the young people's neighborhood. It was still active in that entire environment. There's clubs going on, but I was kaput. I went to bed, but also started planning out my day to hit everything. Well, not everything, but most of what I wanted to see. So, if you've heard of Barcelona, you've probably heard of the Sagrada Familia, which is Gaudi's cathedral, and it's been in construction for the majority since 2000, maybe even more so. It's been in construction for a very, very long time, and they have spent millions on that cathedral. And at first, I was like, I'm just going to go see the outside, see how it is. I've heard a lot about it. But I got a tip from another girl here who went to Barcelona, and she said, even though it's a $20 admission fee, $20, $17 for students, you have to go in. And so I took her up. I booked an early, skip the queue ticket so I could get there. And it was definitely worth it. I got off the metro, hit Sagrada Familia, wasn't quite open yet, got me a nice Catalunya breakfast. And now I actually try to mimic it everywhere I go. It was tomato and bread with like olive oil and salt and stuff. It was fresh, delicious, freshly squeezed orange juice. The woman was absolutely amazing. She cooked it all for me, and it was really, really nice of her. I would definitely go back. And then immediately got my ticket out and went into Sagrada Familia. That cathedral, I don't care what anybody else says, is the most beautiful cathedral. The most beautiful cathedral out of all entire Europe. It's a modern cathedral. And though some people don't like modern, some people don't like contemporary. Um, and I apologize for the noise. I'm in the IES Center. Um, Even though some people don't like modern, some people don't like contemporary, that's a gorgeous cathedral. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it was just colorful, it was bright, there were windows, the decorations on the outside, the carvings of Jesus Christ. I went to the museum underneath it that showed the development of the architecture and the kind of the actual framework and the spirals that went to it. I mean, that was a beautifully designed cathedral by Gaudi. I mean, congratulations, felicitaciones. That was amazing. I mean, they're still building it a little bit, but the majority of the outside and the inside is done. And I mean, you have to go in. You have to go in. And there was like, it's meant to be, even though it is a Christian cathedral, it's meant to be the people's church. It's meant to be a little more secular, which is why it kind of strays a little bit from traditional cathedral designs. And you can literally go in there as you are. It's meant for the people. And Gaudi was definitely a repentant man who, wanted to get rid of all the riches and temptations of the world. So he was a very religious man, and even though it was not traditional, I mean, that cathedral is absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. And so after that, I walked around. I went to the Barcelona Cathedral, saw what that was like. Went to the markets around there, peeked a little bit to see kind of what the markets going on, all these artisanal designs were. Went to see Pablo Picasso Museum. Oh my goodness, the Pablo Picasso Museum. So first things first, I walked to the Pablo Picasso Museum, to see Barcelona. Walked through it all. Saw this Triumph, Arc de Triomphe. That was there for Barcelona. That was really nice. Saw the neighborhood, so it's like, so people were living. It was kind of, I actually got a feel of the environment and what it was like to kind of be a Spanish citizen, which is really nice. And then I felt very comfortable there as an African American. But going, I found Pablo Picasso Museum. Perfect. Perfect for somebody who's interested in art history. All of Picasso's works. It's really free for students. It is free for students. I'm thinking about it. It is free for students. So that was really, really nice. Saw all the works, snuck a few photos. Saw los Meninas, all of them. All the, Picasso's development as an artist was really nice to see. And got a nice little Picasso book for $6. It was really cheap at the store, so that was nice to add to my art history book library collection. And so after the Picasso Museum, I got a nice lunch. Had some tapas. Has a large, like an Olivia Pope glass of sangria, which was delicious. And then ran back for a tour. And this is my first time using Sandman's, but Sandman's was really, really nice. The tour was it was great, phenomenal. I learned so much. He took us through all day. He was a British guy, explained, and an art major at that. So he showed us some art, which was really, really cool. And then after the tour, ran to the airport, past the fountain, and got on the bus, ran to the airport, and then flew into Turin, Italy. Now, if you know, most people don't know about Turin, Italy. Turin, Italy was the first capital of Italy, the original. But it is so understated. Oh my goodness, I would move to Turin, Italy. It was beautiful, and in my opinion, they have the best chocolate out of all of Europe. The best chocolate. Um, so I definitely brought some back for families. That's something to look forward to. But gorgeous. I mean, mountains, hillsides, water. They have so much history there. They have a lot of the actual cannonballs that happened when the Nazis or Mussolini kind of took over and during the World War II that are still in a lot of the apartment buildings. They have the original city wall that the Romans built. That wall is older than Jesus Christ itself. And they also have the original shroud, of Jesus Christ in their church, which is really, really interesting. And that's really, really nice. I mean, the amount of history that is in that city, the amount of kind of governmental history, war history, culture there. I mean, they have this marquino, which is really, I had a little nice, like a chocolate Nutella in it covered cappuccino. It was delicious. All the desserts. I mean, Italians can do it well, really, really well. And so I took a tour around there, and he was really nice and showed us a lot about what is Turin, Italy, and some of the original Stasi buildings and sites and how it has developed, and that was really cool. And then right after Turin, Italy, took a train to Milan. Like Milan, the capital, well, not the capital, but one of the world's capitals of design and fashion. And it definitely shows. I didn't expect that city to be that big, but it was huge. I went and saw the Duomo Cathedral, which is even bigger than Sagrada Familia. Oh my gosh, that cathedral is absolutely huge, and it was lit up during nighttime. So I went to a large market, one of the largest shopping centers there. Went to see El Castello, the castle there, which is also huge. That was really, really nice. But everything was lit up, with the lights and fountains. It was beautiful. People were out. I mean, a lot of different modern and contemporary sculptures about. It was the capital of design and fashion. I mean, I would definitely go back to see it. And I did meet a girl in Turin who stayed in Milan, and she works there, and she actually enjoys it. She's into interior design, which is really nice. So I had a phenomenal weekend, and then took the bus back through Switzerland back to Freiburg. Got there pretty early, and that was about it. I mean, that was a great trip, and I would definitely go back. I mean, I would go back to Spain in a heartbeat. I loved it. I wish I could go to Madrid. I really wish I could have gone to Madrid, but Barcelona definitely made Catalunya neighborhood, which is a little different from Spain, the politics behind that. And so it's kind of interesting to see that culture and how those politics are evolving. And of course, find a new spot. Third, I'll probably see if I can get a place there. That is it. Go to Turin. It's definitely worth it. And then Milan, of course. Of course, I'll probably be back to Milan. It's a big city. But I had a lot of fun. And I'm sorry again, the blog post took so long. I'm really, really sorry. But uh, stay tuned for more because I'll be doing all the trips that came up recently. And hope to see you guys soon. All right, and I'm excited to be back home in 2 weeks. So it won't be too long. All right, bye bye.